Hi everybody, welcome back to 30 Days Until Done. I'm John Branningham. We're working on Los Angeles and urban spaces and all that wonderful stuff. And today we're working on They Live Here Too. Yesterday we talked about how the world grew up around us. Now what's living there? Now this can be done in a number of ways, right? Okay, so I have my own subculture. Understanding that I live in a world of subcultures. I live in the subculture I just moved into Claremont, into an apartment building where only graduate students and professors are allowed to live. Rent's cheap, love it. Also, you know, it's just a nice culture to living in. But now I'm focused on the sort of subculture of my own, and I'm missing all the other subcultures, which is it's fine, but it's also there's things that I'm missing out on. Who else lives around me? There are tons and tons of people. There are tons of subcultures. There are religious groups. There are retirement groups. There are kids trying to figure themselves out. There's just tons and tons and tons of things, and I will intersect with them. I don't know if you've ever had the experience of meeting somebody who's lived like right near you for 30 years, but you never talked to them, and now something's like, really, you were on the next block for all those years? And that's because we don't intersect. I'm more likely to be friends with someone in Long Beach than I am to be friends with somebody in Claremont, which is where I live now. And that's just because of the subcultures. Now that's one way you can approach it. You can also think about the animal or insect communities in your world. They live here too. If you know me, you know that I'm nuts about nature. And one of the animals I truly admire is the coyote, who has adapted to the urban environment better than they had adapted to the rural environment. So that when cities rose up, they really were smart enough and clever enough and sneaky enough to exploit the urban environment. And now I believe, I could be wrong about that there are more coyotes than there were before. And you only see them every once in a while because they're just so sneaky. Much to any dog I've ever had, their chagrin, because coyotes just don't follow dog rules, and my dogs are very upset about that. And so I'd write about that. They absolutely live here too, and this is part of the urban landscape. Oh, I could do rats. There's all sorts of animals that I could do about that. If you ever want to see a great book about rats, it's called Rats, and then there's an exclamation point. And I had nightmares for months, but it was fascinating. Okay, so anyway, that's when you're done with that, post down below, and we're going to take a look at who else lives in your community. And I'll see you tomorrow on 30 Days Until Done.